as you can probably tell if you have been following my channel at all, I haven't been posting videos in like months because I've been kind of busy finishing up uni and stuff. Like I worked on my thesis project and the actual writing the stupid thesis thing pretty much all winter and spring, and it was kinda hellish, so I didn't have a lot of energy to do anything else. But yeah, I thought I could give this thing a try again now that I have a bit more time in my hands. So I thought I'd just do this little kind of a wrap-up video of the first half of the year of what I've been reading. I've got a pile of books here. Not that many probably by anyone's standards, because I'm slow and this has been like extremely bad reading year for me actually, because I've just been so tired and stressed and everything is horrible. But things are getting better, yay. So I thought I'd just do this kind of a catch-up thing. So I go through the books I have read and can kinda talk about everything else that was going on around that time too. So the first book I read this year was Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chupeco, which I was actually really excited for because Rin is like one of my favorite authors, so obviously this was exciting. And I actually got an arc of it, or I guess it was like available as Read Now on NetGalley for everyone, so that was cool. So I started reading it in like January, and it took me forever. I didn't even actually finish it after like a few days after the book released, so in like early March, because I just didn't feel like reading at all, even though I was enjoying the book, because this is a really fun book. It's a really different from the stuff Rin has done before, because it's like a lot more lighthearted, and there's a lot of humor in it. Like all the chapter names are really funny. It's like one of the greatest things about it. Like in which the Firebird is an absolute unit, stuff like this. But it's hilarious. Like I really enjoyed it, but because I was so tired, I feel like I couldn't like fully appreciate it, and it sucks. But I still liked it. And I think the cover is really fun because there's like tiny details about the story illustrated in all the letters, and that's really fun. But yeah, January, February was like the most, I guess, depressing time of the year. Like I managed to develop a pretty decent tendonitis, and my hand still hasn't healed properly. As you can see, I'm wearing my brace because my hand was hurting earlier. But yeah, I was working on my thesis project, which actually I made a game, or like a little demo prototype, whatever, and it was all hand-drawn animation, and I couldn't draw because of this. So I was kind of screaming internally a lot, and it was really stressful, but I got it done. You can actually play it for free, and I'll leave a link in the description, because I'm pretty proud of how it turned out, even though it's a really simple thing. But like, I got it done, it works. My fiancé did the programming because he's a good soul and actually agreed to participate in that stupid project. So yeah. And the second book I read this year was Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix by Julie C. Dow, and she's another one of my favorite authors actually. I have only read one other book by her, which is the previous book in this series, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, and I loved it so much because the protagonist is like, she starts out as kind of a good person and she slowly turns more and more into a villain, and it's just so good. And this is the sequel to it, and in this the main character from Forest is like the actual villain. Shipeng is like the empress, and she has sent the emperor's daughter away to a, what's it called? What the hell is it called? Monastery. I'm good at English, okay? So yeah, this is like 18 years, not 15 years maybe, after the events of Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. So the Emperor's daughter is now 18, and she then summons her back to the court because I guess the Emperor is dying or something, and she needs to figure out what to do with the girl. And I like this so much, even though it's been like 2 years since I read that first book. It was still so easy to just kinda fall back into this world, even though I barely remembered anything. This was much more obviously a Snow White retelling. Like the first book is like, I guess, is it Wicked Queen or Evil Queen? Something like that. Basically Snow White's stepmother, and then this is like Snow White retelling. But yeah, this series is so good. I need to get the third book from Julie. It's Song of Crimson Fire. I still don't even have it. But yeah, I really need to get it too. And the next book, I got this from last year's May book box, The Furies by Katie Lowe. And this was actually from the book box where I was like the official artist for the first time. So it was really exciting back then, but it took me forever to actually read this because it's not really like a genre that I usually go for at all, because it's like a thriller. But oh my god, this was so good. I was like actually surprised how much I enjoyed it, because like it's really dark. So like I would have to put like a bunch of trigger warnings or something here because it's that dark. So if you want to read this, you should probably know that there's stuff like rape and just toxic people and everything. So like this is about horrible people, but it's so good. Basically like a bunch of girls dabbling in witchcraft and stuff, and it's left really unclear whether their spells actually work and stuff. If you like witchy things and thrillers, I really recommend this because I like couldn't put this down. I was like reading this at 5 AM and was like, what if I want to read another chapter, but oh wait, I should actually sleep. But what if I want to read more? Yeah, this was like a really positive surprise, and I guess I've been in a bit of a in the mood for dark things in general, so this really fit that, because the rest of the books are kinda in the dark vein too, so I had a theme. The next book, another one I have had in my shelf forever. I think my mom bought this for me like 2 years ago. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And this is like the second Fae book I have ever read. So I'm still really new to that type of fantasy. Only other Fae book I have read was Enchantment of Ravens, which I loved. It was so cute. And I actually really liked this one too. It took me a while to kind of warm up to it, because the whole human world is so modern and right there, and then there's the Fae world, and they mixed it up so much. And I wasn't sure if I liked the main character or not, but especially after I got to the part 2 where stuff started really going down, I just ended up reading the rest of it so fast, because stuff was intense. It starts out as like this very basic, I guess, bully storyline, except it's like a bunch of Fae bullying the main girl Jude because she's human, but then it just turns into this whole court intrigue spy thing, and I really liked it. It was fun and pretty intense towards the end, so I think I need to continue this series eventually when I feel like getting the rest of the books. I'm really bad at continuing series, even if I like the first book, just because I'm really slow about actually getting my hands on them. And then finally, I actually finished this super recently, like day before yesterday. Another book by Rin Chupako, The Girl from the Well. This is like, I guess this is her debut novel actually, like before even the Bone Witch and stuff. And this is based on like Japanese ghost story stuff, and I was super scared to read this because I can't handle horror at all. I'm a total coward. But I was pleasantly surprised. I actually really love this. This might be one of my favorite books by Rin, like right after the Bone Witch trilogy, just because Bone Witch was like the first book series I followed from like start to finish, seems like, or like for the first time in years. So it has a warm place in my heart, but like this is a very close second. I love this so much and I need to get the second book too. This is like duology, so there's 2 books, but it's like about, it's from the point of view of a ghost who's just kind of observing what these couple of people are doing, and one of the other main characters also has a evil ghost following him around and stuff. And the main ghost, she's also kind of a vengeful spirit, but she only goes after, I'm not sure if it's specifically men only, or if it's like just generally people who have murdered children, and then she kills those people and kind of lets the spirits of the murdered children go free. Like, this was so surprisingly good, and it wasn't even scary, which I consider a good thing. Because I could actually read it. Like, I specifically chose to read this now because it's summer and it doesn't get dark at all in Finland, so I don't accidentally boost my fear of the dark even more by reading something scary. But that was unnecessary. I love this so much, and I'm actually working on a drawing of Okiku the ghost right now, because I'm taking like a summer painting class to get my final uni credit so I can graduate next month. So I chose Okiku as my second painting. So yeah, that's how much I love this. I am actually making fan art. So yeah, that's all the 5 books I've read so far this year. Comfy pile. I have a bit of a color theme going on because first 3 have like red and stuff, and then there's yellow and well, black. But yeah, I may have not read a lot, but I have read a lot of good stuff because these were all like 4 or 5 star reads easily. So not a lot of disappointment yet. But I'm hoping to get my reading grow back a little bit because, like I said, I was super stressed until like May, and now I'm finally a bit more free and I can actually do fun stuff without feeling guilty. Even though I still have a couple of classes left, or like classes, I'm doing the painting thing, which is just like doing 8 paintings by the end of July, and I have already done one and I'm almost done with the second one, which is the Okiku one. And I'm also working on a visual novel, or like a chapter of one, as my second kind of class. It's just like a personal project with which I can get uni credits for. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing sometime by the end of July too. Hopefully I get it done, because I have been kind of unmotivated lately, but I'm trying to get back into stuff. I actually don't know what I wanna do with this channel, because like I like doing bookish videos apparently. This was fun. I have never done a video like this before. I've mostly done art videos, but like I don't draw enough to just do art content, and my fiance and I started a gaming channel, so all my gaming videos are gonna go there from now on, so check out the game Terrarium if you are interested in that, because we have made a bunch of videos together, which is a lot more fun, I think. And yeah, I don't know what I really want to do. I think I'd like to try like vlogging. I could maybe vlog like the making of the visual novel, if that's interesting to anyone. And like reading lots could be interesting if I ever read during the day, because I have the issue of falling asleep every time I try to read during the day because I get too comfortable and then oops. Maybe leave suggestions of what you'd like me to do. Maybe. Would you like me to make more bookish videos? Because this was actually kind of fun just talking. Even though I feel like I'm super awkward at talking because I don't talk much. Just in general. I think I could do like video game related stuff too, but maybe just not let's play videos. I could do like game recommendations maybe, because I've been really into like small chill games lately because that's all I've had the energy for. So I have a lot of relaxing game recommendations. I think I have rambled on long enough, it's been like 20 minutes. I hope you like this little rambly video. Yeah, bye!